It's always sad to lose a loved one, and it's even sadder when they pass away because of an illness. The actress Annie Wersching passed away at the age of 45 after a long battle with cancer. Rather than being sad, we should celebrate her life. Let's take a look at her prolific career.
Looks like someone's having fun.
I had to feed. I have to convince them that I'm on their side.
Sounds like something straight out of Rippers Anonymous. Plans postponed until further notice.
The actress spent the last 20 years in the industry and was truly an icon. She was best known for her roles on 24 and Bosch and was a warrior in life and death. She passed away in January 2023 after a 3-year battle with cancer. With her impressive acting career, it isn't a leap to say that she made a lot of money. You'll be super impressed with her net worth. Many estimates say that at the time of her death, she was worth something between $1 million to $5 million. It was thought that she would make between $19,000 and $210,000 a year from her TV appearances. It takes a lot of hard work to be this well paid in the industry. This makes sense though because she started her career in 1999 when she joined the musical theater for the first time. She also did Irish dance shows when she was in high school and college. In 2002, we saw her on the screen for the very first time in Star Trek Enterprise. She had a small part in the episode named Oasis.
This world is a lie. The fiction of the what if of what was.
Tell me about it, sister.
Visitors.
The industry quickly realized what an amazing talent she was and was soon cast in many other movies and series. That's until she got a recurring role on the ABC daytime show General Hospital in 2007. Wersching played the role of Amelia Joff, who helped Jason Morgan save a child who had been taken by kidnappers. Her big break came in 2009. She was cast as FBI agent Renee Walker on 24. This role made her a household name, and we loved her character. She was the main draw of the show for 2 seasons, and her role as the tough, determined agent was praised by everyone. The amazing actress continued to appear on all of our favorite shows for years. She even dabbled in the video game genre. Her voice and motion capture work as the main character Tess was used in the 2012 PlayStation 3 game The Last of Us.
Well, I have some interesting news for you.
Where were you, Tess?
West End District. Hey, we had a drop to make. Deal went off without a hitch. Enough ration cards to last us a couple of months, easy.
She didn't only conquer the TV world, she left her mark on the movie-making side of things too. She played super iconic characters in several movies throughout the 2000s. Her breakthrough movie role also came from a Star Trek installation. She played the super hot Borg Queen in Star Trek Picard. Even though she had her time in the spotlight, it wasn't for long because she passed away soon after. The world lost one of its brightest stars this January. She is succeeded by her husband and 2 children. Annie and her husband, Stephen Full, have 2 sons named Ozzy and Freddie Wersching. Her family lives in Los Angeles. She'd regularly post pictures with her family on her socials, and we fell in love with them too. She amassed a huge following on Instagram and Twitter. Everyone loved learning more and more about her super interesting life. After she passed, her family held a fundraiser to help pay for her kids' care. The goal of the campaign is to get $250,000 to pay for all levels of her children's education. The entire world has chipped in to help them out because of how much they loved the actress. At this time, her family is devastated, and so is the rest of the world. Her husband released the super sad news in a statement saying that there is a huge hole in the heart of his family right now. He went on to talk about what an amazing presence she had and how she was able to find wonder in even the most ordinary things. She was diagnosed with cancer in the middle of 2020, but she kept working. The entire industry will always remember her for how strong and fierce she was. She didn't give up on her dreams till the very end of the line. She was an inspiration to everyone all over the world. Fans have taken to social media to talk about their love for Wersching. Up until her passing, her family was on her mind. She was super worried about her sons and wanted to protect them. She spent her last days surrounded by all of her loved ones. She was also hopeful that she'd make a recovery and would continue doing what she loved. Unfortunately, she lost the battle with cancer. Her fans knew that that she was worried about her children and decided to help out. They donated whatever they could to the funds set up for her children. They managed to raise more than $100,000 in just 8 hours. Isn't that amazing? Fans of The Last of Us felt the worst about her passing because of how iconic her character was. They thought of Tess as a friend, and she was a super important part of the gaming community. Even the director of the series praised her on his Twitter, calling her a magnificent artist in person. He said what all of us were feeling, brokenhearted over the loss. Without her, none of our favorite shows would exist. When word got out that she had passed, many of her fans posted a tribute on social media. This included one of her most famous scenes from The Last of Us.
I could just take her to the North Tunnel and wait for me there.
Jesus Christ.
Just cargo, Joel.
The news of her passing came out over the weekend, and since then the cast, crew, and fans of the video game have all been super sad. The game was recently made into a series, and she was such an important part of it. In some ways, the zombie survival series is very true to the computer game. That's why fans loved it so much. There was this one iconic scene that had fans of the show in tears. In episode 2, Tess made a heartbreaking sacrifice, just like she did in the game. Since Wersching's death, the moment has been shared a lot on TikTok, and many of her fans have used the opportunity to thank her. Neil Druckmann, who was in charge of making The Last of Us, sent his condolences to the family of the actress. He remembered her as his silly friend who helped bring Tess to life, and that she was taken from us far too soon. The entire world has been devastated by the loss, and The Last of Us will never be the same without her. He was a great friend to the late actress, and was the one who set up the GoFundMe page to help her family, especially her son. That's what you call a true blue friend. Her Last of Us co-stars weren't the only ones who shared their condolences online. Other actors from the industry shared their feelings too. Since her diagnosis in 2020, everyone that she worked with tried their best to make sure that she was as comfortable as possible while she was going through a tough time. While the type of cancer that she had was never publicly announced, she never let anyone see how much pain she was in. She wanted her family, friends, and fans to remember her as she was in her prime. Because of her love for her work and the industry, she inspired millions. This is why many famous people contributed to her funds as well. Eric Kripke, one of the biggest names in the TV industry, donated a large sum to the actress's family, and so did Jonathan Frakes, who played Spock in Star Trek. There is no doubt that people are very saddened by her passing because of how amazing she was, both on screen and in real life. The world lost a bright, shining light. That's all we've on Annie Wersching's passing after a 2-year battle with cancer. See you in the next one.